Hello, welcome back. In this video, we will talk about the Java BIO. The Java BIO or Java blocking IO is the same as the socket programming. It means that one thread only able to handle one connection. Let's see what this means. Let's bring up the code. This is a socket server we coded in our previous video. Let's run it. It's running. And next, we will try to start two clients to connect to this server. And to do that, we need to go to here to configure in the intelligent IDEA to configure run multiple edit configuration client server or a socket client and modify option and turn on the allow multiple instances. I have turned it on, so I will just click OK. We start the client, the socket client. We run in the main method. The first client is running, and we bring the second one. We bring the second one up. Yeah, it's up. And for the second one, I want to send the request number 1. For the second one, I would like to run it again, and let's see for the one client connection, it can handle the request successfully. Let's try to see what happens for the two client almost run. For the second one, we put on number 2. You can see we get the errors, the exception saying that no socket is available because this process, we did not put it in the run loop. And once it finished processing the request from the first client, it exists. It exits. So we will, in this bit next, we will try to achieve what we see on this picture. We would like the server to be able to handle multiple connections. To do that, we need to use the thread pool. So let's I have created the package. Let's create the class, call it the BIO server. Let's see the code I prepared on the note. Let's just copy this code over, and we will have a close look at what they mean. Import the class. Okay. There's still some error. We need to import the missing class. And for this one, we need to add patch clause. Okay. We need. Actually, in our main method, we first use the executor's help method new cached thread pool to create a thread pool, and then we created the server socket to make our server bound to the port 49, and also we put the server socket accept in a while loop, so that after processing the request from one connection, it will not terminate. And once we get the socket from the connection, we pass it to the thread in the thread pool to handle it. In the wrong method, we just call the handle method here. Let's take a look at what the handle method do. Handle method receives the socket, and then it uses the input stream to read the request and print to the console on this line. And then it uses the output stream to send the response, server response back. Okay. Let's actually, we can change this message to, we change it into an echo server. So this is a message received. So we extract into a variable called string message. Okay. Message. And for the response, we call string response message. I would like to prefix the request message with this one. Message. Okay, so here we change it to response message to a get message. Okay, I think we echo the request back, and in the finally block, we close the socket after we finished processing this request. And if there's something wrong, we had a catch block. For this demonstration purpose, I just print out the stack trace. Okay, as to the client, we don't need to change. We will just reuse the socket client. So let's this one. Let's delete this one. And for the BIO server, let's bring up our BIO server to see whether I think it should be running okay. It's running. Yeah, server is ready. Or maybe we say BIO server is ready, and try to run it again. As you can see, it says BIO server is ready. So it should in this loop and waiting for the connection from our client. Let's run the client here, this one. Run it again. And let's bring up another client. Okay, we have 2 clients up. As you can see here, we printed out the connection once the received connection, and also we also print out the thread info. 2 connections. The thread ID, one is 16 and the other is 17. So there are 2 threads handling these 2 connections. Okay, for the first client, let's input the message BIO1. And for the second, we say BIO2. As you can see, for the second client, we get the echoing message. Then server says server response BIO2. And for the first client, we get the response saying server response BIO2. It works as we illustrated in our note. Here we say that for our server, we have a thread pool. For this case, it started 2 threads to handle the 2 connections.